Hello friends, welcome to my channel Learning Electronics. In this video we are going to study RC differentiator circuit, which is also called as passive differentiator circuit. So before starting the video, please subscribe my channel and also press the bell icon so that you can get more updated videos from here. Let us quickly see the contents which we are going to discuss in this lecture. First one is expression for output voltage, second is frequency response. In this we are going to discuss the Bode plot, then limitations of RC differentiator, and last is applications of RC differentiator circuit. RC differentiator circuit is a series connected RC circuit which consists of two components. One is resistor and the another one is capacitor. Therefore, it is also called as passive differentiator circuit, and in this circuit we can see that the output voltage is taken across the resistor, whereas in the RC integrator circuit the output voltage is taken across the capacitor. In this RC differentiator circuit, the output voltage is RC times the derivative of input voltage. That means the output voltage is equal to RC into d by dt of input voltage. Since here RC is constant, the output voltage is proportional to differentiation of the input voltage in the RC differentiator circuit. And this circuit also acts as RC high pass filter, because we know that the XC, that is capacitive reactance, is equal to 1 upon 2 pi FC. Therefore, from this equation, the capacitive reactance is inversely proportional to frequency. Therefore, if frequency decreases, that means for low frequencies the capacitive reactance will increase, and since the capacitor is connected in series with this input voltage, when capacitive reactance increases, this capacitor will act as open circuit for low frequency signals. Therefore, low frequency signals will not passed by the circuit. But if frequency increases, the capacitive reactance decreases. Therefore, this capacitor will act as short circuit for the high frequency signals. Therefore, the high frequency signals will be passed by the circuit. Therefore, this circuit also acts as high pass filter. Now we will derive the output voltage expression for the RC differentiator circuit. Let us assume the current through this loop is IT and this is loop number 1. By KVL in this loop, we will get VIT minus 1 upon C integration of IT dt minus IT into R is equal to 0. Since the voltage across the capacitor is given by the equation 1 upon C integration of IT dt, we are getting this equation. From this equation we can write VIT is equal to 1 upon C integration of IT dt plus IT into R. Now we will take Laplace transform of this equation. We will get VI of S equal to 1 upon SC into IS plus IS into R. Since the Laplace transform of the integration term is equal to 1 upon S, we are getting this equation. Now we find out this IS from this equation. IS will be equal to VIS into SC whole divided by RSC plus 1. This is the IS equation. Let this be equation number 1. Now here we can see that the output voltage of the circuit is the voltage across the resistor. So VOT will be equal to IT into R. Now taking the Laplace transform of this equation, we will get VOS is equal to IS into R. Now we put IS value from the equation number 1 in this equation, then we will get VO of S is equal to VIS into SC into R whole divided by RSC plus 1. Let this be equation number 2. Now we will take common RSC from the denominator, then this numerator RSC and denominator RSC will be cancelled out, and we will get VOS is equal to VIS whole divided by 1 plus 1 upon RSC. If this RC is very much smaller than T, that means if RC is very much smaller than time period of input signal T, then 1 upon RCS in the denominator will be very greater than 1. Then we can neglect this one as compared to 1 upon RCS in the denominator. So output voltage VOS will be equal to VIS whole divided by 1 upon RCS after neglecting 1 in the denominator as compared to 1 upon RCS. From this equation, VOS will be equal to RCS into VIS. Now taking inverse Laplace transform of this equation, we will get output voltage VOT is equal to RC into d by dt of VIT. Since inverse Laplace transform of S is equal to d by dt, therefore we are getting d by dt in place of S here. So the output voltage VOT will be equal to RC into d by dt of VIT. Since here RC is a constant, therefore from this equation the output voltage will be proportional to differentiation of input voltage. So the output is linear function of input only when this RC is very much smaller than time period of input signal t, and this RC is called as time constant of differentiator, and we will get this proportional equation only when the RC is very much smaller than time period of input signal t. Next is frequency response of the RC differentiator circuit. For this we are taking equation number 2 where VOS is equal to VIS into RSC divided by RSC plus 1. Now the output voltage upon input voltage ratio is the transfer function of the RC differentiator, or it is the voltage gain of the RC differentiator, which is equal to RSC divided by RSC plus 1. Now we put S is equal to j omega in this equation to find out the frequency response. Then we will get VO of j omega divided by VI of j omega is equal to j omega RC whole divided by j omega RC plus 1. Now since this output voltage upon input voltage is the transfer function and we are representing it by HF, which is equal to j omega RC whole divided by j omega RC plus 1. Now we will put omega is equal to 2 pi f in this equation, then HF will be equal to j into 2 pi f RC whole divided by j into 2 pi f RC plus 1. Now we take the magnitude of this transfer function HF, which is equal to 2 pi f RC whole divided by under root 2 pi f RC whole square plus 1. So this is the magnitude of the transfer function, or it is the magnitude of the gain of the RC differentiator circuit. When we put f is equal to 0 in this equation, at f is equal to 0 the magnitude of HF will be equal to 0, and at f is equal to FH is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC. The magnitude of HF will be equal to 1 upon root 2. So when we put this value in this equation, we will get magnitude of HF is equal to 1 upon root 2, which is equal to 0.707. And at frequency very much greater than FH, which is equal to 1 upon 2 pi RC, the magnitude of HF is equal to 1. And this frequency FH at which the magnitude of HF or magnitude of gain becomes 1 upon root 2 is called as cutoff frequency of RC differentiator or cutoff frequency of RC high pass filter. Now using this value we are going to draw the magnitude response. This is the magnitude response. Here we can see that the magnitude of HF is represented in y-axis and the frequency in hertz is represented in the x-axis. So here we can see at frequency f is equal to 0, the magnitude of HF is equal to 0, and when frequency is equal to the cutoff frequency FH, then the magnitude of HF or the magnitude of gain is equal to 0.707. And when frequency is very much greater than cutoff frequency FH, then the magnitude of gain is approximately equal to 1, or the magnitude of transfer function HF is approximately equal to 1. This is the magnitude of HF equation we have derived just now. From this magnitude response we can derive two equations. If the frequency is less than cutoff frequency FH, that means when frequency is less than 1 upon 2 pi RC, then magnitude of HF is approximately equal to 2 pi f into RC. And when frequency is greater than cutoff frequency FH, that means when frequency is greater than 1 upon 2 pi RC, then magnitude of HF is approximately equal to 1. We can see it from this magnitude response. Now let us draw the Bode plot. For this we have to find out the magnitude and phase angle. First is magnitude. At f is equal to 0 we have found out the magnitude of the HF is equal to 0. So when we represent it in decibels, it can be taken as minus negative value or very high negative value at frequency f is equal to cutoff frequency fh, which is equal to 1 upon 2 pi rc. The magnitude of hf is equal to 1 upon root 2, which is equal to 0.707. Since at frequency is equal to cutoff frequency fh, we are getting magnitude of hf in decibels is equal to minus 3 dB. This frequency fh is also called as 3 dB cutoff frequency. And when frequency is very much greater than cutoff frequency fh, we got the magnitude of hf is equal to 1. When we represent this value in decibels, 20 log of 1 will be equal to 0 dB. So we will get 0 dB here. Now phase angle. If we find phase angle, then phase angle phi will be equal to pi by 2 minus of tan inverse 2 pi f rc. At f is equal to 0, the phase angle will be equal to plus 90 degree when we put f is equal to 0 in this equation. And when f is equal to cutoff frequency fh is equal to 1 upon 2 pi rc. When we put this value in this equation, we'll get phase angle is equal to plus 45 degree. And when frequency is very much greater than cutoff frequency fh, then the phase angle will be 0 degree. Now we draw the magnitude and phase response using these values. This is the magnitude and phase response. In the magnitude response, we can see that the magnitude of hf or the magnitude of gain is represented in decibel in the y-axis, and the frequency in hertz is taken in x-axis in the logarithmic scale. So at frequency f is equal to 0, the magnitude of hf is high negative value, and when frequency is equal to cutoff frequency fh, the magnitude of hf in decibels is minus 3 dB. This is minus 3 dB, and when frequency is very much greater than cutoff frequency fh, then magnitude of hf becomes 0 dB. Now next one is phase response. In the phase response, the phase angle in degrees is represented in the y-axis, and frequency in hertz in the logarithmic scale is represented in the x-axis. So here we can see that when frequency is equal to 0, at that time the phase angle is plus 90 degree. So when frequency is equal to cutoff frequency fh, the phase angle will be plus 45 degree, and when frequency is very much greater than cutoff frequency fh, the phase angle becomes 0 degree. And here we can see that the slope of this line in the magnitude response is the plus 20 dB per decade, whereas in the RC integrated circuit we have seen the slope of this line will be minus 20 dB per decade. Next one is limitations of RC differentiator circuit. First one is it has small time constant for proper operation. So just now we have studied that if we keep this RC time constant very much smaller than time period of input signal t, then only we get output voltage proportional to differentiation of input signal. Otherwise we will not get this equation. So for proper operation of the differentiator circuit, we have to keep this RC time constant very much smaller than time period of input signal. So because of this, the time constant of this RC differentiator is small. Second, if we see the gain equation of the RC differentiator, the maximum value of the gain of the RC differentiator is ideally equal to 1, but practically it is always less than 1. So because of this less gain, the signal gets attenuated at the output. Third is the output is linear function of input only when RC is smaller than time period of input signal t. So if RC is smaller than time period of input signal t, then only we will get the output voltage linear function of input. Otherwise the output is not linear function of input in the RC differentiator circuit. So because of these limitations, we use operational amplifier differentiator circuit, which uses an active device, that is operational amplifier. We will discuss this operational amplifier differentiator in the next class. Last is applications of RC differentiator circuit. First one is as a passive high pass filter. It is used in the active filters, it is used in clock circuit of digital circuit, and it is also used in the analog computers. So hope you have understood the topic. Thank you very much for watching, and please do subscribe my channel for more updates.